Welcome to CUTV News Update. I'm Kieran Lewis and here's what's been happening at your university this week. On Thursday, the Students' Union held their annual general meeting in the Great Hall. Students attended the event and had their say on a range of issues, including making the union pro-choice, creating a reserved women's LGBT+ officer position and abolishing the VP media role. Here's some of what happened.
Being pro-choice is about a woman's right to choose. It's not about saying that an abortion is good or bad. It's just about saying that we respect other people's choices to make decisions about their own body, and that is what this motion is about.
This is about a debate, pro-life, pro-choice, and where the union stands on it. And I say, if the union wants to uphold its values, working with every Cardiff student, being totally inclusive, then it has to remain neutral on these points.
Number one, I think it's really telling that all the women thus far have been pro-choice and all the men thus far have been against the motion.
Last week, CUTV News ran an investigation into the quality of food and service at the TAF. After collecting your responses, we found there was significant room for improvement. We spoke to Venues Manager Casey Standen about what the TAF was doing in response to student feedback.
Well, we welcome all feedback and we offer different ways to give feedback. So we've got a suggestion box throughout the building now, which works really well. We've got comment cards as well. We're also got supervisors on shift, which was different from last year because it was just team leaders. So they can refer any feedback back to the management team as and when, and we do aim to get back to them as soon as possible. From feedback last year, we have now offered halal meat, which has been great for the TAF and for the other food outlets as well.
We'd like to hear what you think. The details are on screen now. In other news, South Wales Police and Cardiff Council have released a new video raising awareness of burglary in CUTV. The 2-minute film shows how student accommodation might be at risk of burglary and simple ways to make student houses more secure. CUTV News caught up with PCSO Fran Richards to find out what the police are doing to keep burglary down in the area.
Currently we're just starting our campaign Going Home for the Holidays. That's primarily we do at term times, like Christmas and Easter, because obviously the students go home during this period, or most of them do. So we go around door knocking, hitting as many streets as we can in CUTV over the 2 weeks now, coming up to Christmas. And we give out burglary advice, and it is about taking your property home with you if you're going home for a week or two. You know, we don't want houses left unoccupied with lots of property left in them. It's the basics: locking your doors, locking your windows, closing your curtains at night, leaving lights on, you know, so it appears that somebody's home if there isn't anybody home, and just general security, and you know, being aware of this time of year. You know, and not a lot of people leave their windows open now when the winter comes, but we do a lot of work around insecure properties, and we walk down the street and we can try door handles, and you can find a lot of them would be open, and we try and give education about that, and this is trying to speak to everyone who lives in that house as well, so that they're all doing the same thing, because it only takes one person in a shared house to not be locking a door, and it can cause problems for everyone else.
It's been announced that the lecture capture scheme currently being trialled at the university has been renamed Learn Plus and is in the process of being tendered. This is expected to be completed by February, with the system in place before the next academic year. On Tuesday, events were held in support of White Ribbon Day as part of a global campaign. Statistics show that 2 women are killed by their partner in England and Wales every week. Women's officer Laura Carter led the White Ribbon Day here, handing out white ribbons in the Students' Union, which signify never taking part in domestic violence against women. Students can get involved by making a donation and wearing a white ribbon to raise awareness. We spoke to Laura to find out more.
White Ribbon Day is the international day about eliminating violence against women and girls. It's like the official day by the United Nations, November 25th, and then the white ribbon is the kind of symbol to hopefully end violence against women and children.
And what is it that you're doing today here?
I'm trying to bring this kind of global campaign to Cardiff union by getting students to buy white ribbons if they're in a position to do so, and also kind of offer their support for the campaign.
Okay, and how can Cardiff students get involved in this?
They can get involved today if they come along to the union and buy the white ribbons, but if they can't, they can just literally find out a bit more about the campaign online. They can donate any money that they might have online, and I think it's just generally about raising awareness and finding out, and there's lots of information out there, which I think is a really good way to get involved.
Cardiff Student Media has resumed full service after a strike last week. The strike was caused by a motion to keep the VP media role vacant for the rest of the year, failing at Student Senate. After the strike of CUTV, Express Radio, Quench and Guy Reith, and a petition with almost 800 signatures, the decision was overruled and the position will now remain vacant for the rest of the year. That's it from CUTV News Update. We'll be back next week with more updates from around Cardiff University and an exclusive report on student housing. To get in touch, tweet using the hashtag CUTV News. Thank you for watching.